My name is Ryan Michaels. I'm a 100% disabled veteran, and everything I'm doing here is part of my fight for truth, transparency, and accountability. What you're about to hear is part of a larger effort to bring some structure to how I share my lived experience, to put together the pieces of everything I've been through without completely burning myself out in the process. The truth is, I'm already overwhelmed. I've been fighting this battle for years against silence, against stonewalling, against systems that seem designed to break people like me who are simply trying to do the right thing. I'm using every tool I have to keep going, and one of those tools is AI. I know it's controversial. Some people embrace it, others hate it, but for me, it's been a lifeline. It's helped me keep up when I can't do it all myself. What you're hearing right now is an AI-generated version of my voice, helping me carry the weight of telling this story, a story that I've had to repeat more times than I can count. You'll hear my real voice later in this video when I speak directly to the Biddeford City Council. But for now, this technology is helping me do what I came here to do, to share my experience, to make it accessible, and to keep moving forward, even when I'm exhausted. I'm doing this because I believe change is possible. I believe accountability is possible. And I believe the right people are already starting to hear my story. People who care enough to help bring about awareness and reform in Maine's child welfare system. But the more people who hear, the better. Because every person who listens, shares, or even starts to ask questions, that's one more person helping shine a light where it's long overdue. Now, let's move to what took place tonight, October 21st, 2025, at the Biddeford City Council meeting. The first clip you'll see isn't from the very beginning. Some time had already passed in the meeting before this moment. This is when the mayor finally opened it up for public comments. But before doing that, he laid out a set of ground rules, warning anyone who wished to speak not to name names and to refer to people only by title. Before this part of the meeting, the mayor had already approached me personally. Out of a crowded room full of people, he walked straight over to where I was sitting. He asked who I was and whether I planned to speak during the public comment period. He looked down at the folder in my hands, the same folder his office had signed for back in September, and I could tell he recognized my name the moment I said it. So, when you hear him set those ground rules before public comment, you'll understand why I believe those remarks were directed at me. What you're about to see is that exact moment. The mayor setting the tone before I was given my chance to speak.
Okay, that takes us to our first public comment period. And this one is the 3-minute limit per person. There's a second one with a 5-minute limit later in the agenda. As always, comments on things that aren't on tonight's agenda, that is just because if there is something on the agenda, you'll have a chance to comment on it then. And please do not refer to individuals by name, but rather by their position. And with that, we always appreciate hearing from you, and identify yourself by your name and your ward and your address, and take it away. Please.
How are you, sir? And hello, everyone. I'm here today to talk to you guys about something pretty serious.
Could you just start by identifying yourself and your ward?
Yeah.
Oh, that's coming.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's the first one. I know. This whole thing gets me going every time, and I apologize. The 1st one I know. This whole thing gets me going every time, and I apologize. This whole thing gets me going every time, and I apologize. The 1st one I know. This whole thing gets me going every time, and I apologize. The 1st one I know. This whole thing gets me going every time, and I apologize. My name is Ryan Michaels, and I'm here because Biddeford City leadership, including the mayor, the city manager, and the chief of police, were formally given evidence of retaliation and ADA violations, yet chose silence. I can prove this with one document, and it's right here. On March 11th, 2025, inside of the Biddeford DHHS building, I was wrongfully removed and banned based on false claims from a DHHS worker, and I'll leave the name out of it. She told Biddeford police that I was unstable and, quote, not in touch with reality. And again, I'm a 100% disabled veteran. That statement was false, both by body cam footage and my own recordings to prove it. But those lies were used to justify an unlawful no trespass order, public defamation, and ongoing retaliation against me as a disabled veteran. I brought that evidence directly to Biddeford's leadership on September 8th, 2025. I hand-delivered a formal complaint packet to City Hall, complete with recordings, police reports, and documented proof of misconduct. This document delivery receipt, which I'm holding right here in my hand, was signed by someone in your office acknowledging official receipt on behalf of the city. That signature means the city leadership had this information in their possession, yet no one has responded, no one has investigated, no one has even acknowledged me. Everything I'm referring to tonight, the body cam footage, the false statements, and the paper trail of inaction, is included in the folder that I'm going to provide to you. The evidence is there and it speaks for itself. What I need from this council is accountability for the silence that's followed. The mayor, the city manager, and the chief of police were directly notified and have done nothing. That silence is complicity in ADA violations, retaliation against a disabled veteran, and an obstruction of due process. Tonight, I'm asking the council to do one thing. Demand written answers from those leaders explaining why they ignored documented evidence after formally receiving it. You'll find everything in your folder, but the single sheet that I hold here is the signed delivery receipt, is proof that the city was given the truth before and they chose to bury it. I've been stonewalled for months and I've done everything right. Every call, every email, every report. So tonight I have one question for this council. Will you finally acknowledge this, and will you commit to providing an official response? And I have this to hand in for you, if that's okay.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Michaels. Others? Okay, great. There's a second public comment period later in tonight's agenda. That takes us to a series of, that takes us to item 8A, consideration of minutes, council minutes 10/7/25.